Hey guys, it's Loot Wizard here with another video on Gems of War, and in this one, I'm going to be recording my Guild War battle for the day. So, during this week, the event is Guild Wars, and for Guild Wars, you have different days here where you have different teams. Now, you don't have to make a team completely for that color, but if you want to maximize your points, then you definitely do need to make a team around that color. So for example, today is Red Day, and it says there that we get a 50% bonus per red troop. So your points are going to be increased when you win if you use all red troops in your team. Now, the thing is that if you can't win that battle, if you look at the opponent's team and you're like, wow, man, those are some hard troops to beat, then it's better to pick a team that you're really good with and that you know that you can win with, because a win is always going to give you more points than a loss with the right color. So, but I'm going to try, as I have in the past here, to use teams that are all with that color, and I'll be showing them off as we do the battles. So for Guild Wars here, we have 5 battles of the day. And it gets harder, or I shouldn't say harder, but it depends upon the team that they set up for their defense. But generally, it's going to get harder as I win my battles, because we start out with their soldier ranked members, and we go to Vanguard, Herald, Champion, and then finally Paragon. Now, there's only one Paragon for each month of a Guild War, so they're generally going to have the best defense and that you're going to fight against, because if they've made it to Paragon, they're probably trying to put together a really good team to defend with. So let's go in here and do our first battle. So this is Red Day. Now this is a team that I've used with great success on Red Day for the last 2 or 3 months. And I know it's a little bit hard for new people to get this team, because it requires 2 mythics and a mythic weapon, the Dawnbringer, which takes like 1,000,000 souls to craft. But so this might be hard to duplicate for some players, but this is the team I'm going with. At the top, I have Ragnagord, and fully traded, it starts with 50% mana, which is great because it will allow me to get my the mana for it quicker, and then I'll be able to explode the board. And that will allow me to fill up the other troops here very quickly. Now, the other thing that is going on with this team is that I have it equipped with the Sunspear class. So this is really important for the power and damage of this team. So the Sunspear class, I have it fully leveled at 100, but you don't really need it leveled at 100 to be as powered to get the power out of Phoenicia, the mythic card that I will show next. But the thing that's really important about this class to make this team work is its traits, not necessarily its talents. So in its traits, you have Heat Wave here. Create a firestorm at the start of every turn. That is very important for our team setup, because this mythic card here, Phoenicia, has its damage. It does damage to all enemies boosted by red gems. And then if there is a firestorm, deal double damage. So with my class traded, there will always be a firestorm every single turn, and I will be able to get double damage when this is cast. Now, and what a firestorm means is there's going to be more red gems falling down, and that will be really good. Now, when I first start out on the match, there won't be probably a lot of red to start with, but when I explode the entire board with Ragnagord, a bunch of red will fall down, and usually you get a few cascades of 3 matches and 4 matches with those red gems, because there's so many falling down, and that should fill up my Phoenicia. Now, the other really powerful troop here is Suna, another mythic card. And one of the things that makes this really good in combination with Phoenicia is that when traded, it fairy fires a random enemy when matching red gems. Now, since we have Firestorm going, and there's going to be all those red gems falling down, we're definitely going to match them a lot of the enemy troops will get Fairy Fired because of this. Now, what does Fairy Fire do? Fairy Fire afflicts a troop, and then they will take 50% extra damage from spell effects. So, not only will Phoenicia do double damage, and a lot of times it ends up being normally like 50 to 80 damage, depending upon how many red gems are on the board at the time you cast it. But now, if they are Fairy Fired, it's going to be 50% extra damage on top of that. So that's going to be really powerful. Now, the other thing here is Dawnbringer is, if it does fill up, it's at the bottom, so most of the gems, I'm going to have a lot of overflow to go down there to fill up Dawnbringer. But if it does get full, it does damage to all enemies, and then it barriers all the allies. So that's going to be really important for surviving as well. So yeah, that's my team for Red Day, and I'm pretty confident in it. I've gotten a lot of wins on that in the last couple of months. So now here I'm just going to show it off. First thing I'm going to do is look for any 4 or 5 matches, and we do have one there. And as you can see, that already filled up my Ragnagord. Now, normally you would probably connect this skull, but I'm not going to, because most of my damage in this team is going to be coming from Phoenicia, and I want to fill that up as quickly as possible. So we're going to go ahead and just explode the gems that are the most on the board. And one more explosion, and I should have Phoenicia full. Now, the other thing that's really good about this this class here too, Sunspear, is that once you level it to, I think it's level 20, I think, you get this Root Trap talent here, which entangle the first enemy at the start of the battle. So the first enemy here is entangled, which will allow me to not take any skull damage. So that's really good as well. So here we go. Phoenicia is fully charged. And we do have, we don't have any of them Fairy Fired, so, but that's okay. So it's going to do 27 damage, boosted by red gems, and so I have 15 red gems. You got to add the 15 to the 27, and then it's going to double that damage. So let's go ahead and cast it here and see how much damage this does. And it just wipes out the entire enemy team in one hit. It's beautiful. And we did get extra bonus points for the first battle because that's part of our defense points. Alright, so let's go on to the next team here. And nothing really crazy in their team except for Worldbreaker and Infernus, but I'm not really afraid of those two with my team. So now here at the start of the battle, if you do have a skull match like this, you could take it, and it's actually going to work out pretty good because once I connect these skulls, there's actually a 3 match here of red that's going to match when I do that, and that should get my Ragnagord close to full. And it did get full, so let's see what's on the board here. We have purple gems are the most, so let's go ahead and explode those. And we have a 4 match of red, and we can explode again. Now, as you can see, there's 3 enemies here that are have Fairy Fire, and that's going to be great once we cast Phoenicia. So Phoenicia is now full, and now those 3 enemy troops there are going to take 50% extra spell damage. Boom, and we killed everything except Infernus. So I'm just going to explode the board again. And Infernus has got 1 health, so we'll just use Suna here. Boom. That team's done. Alright, let's see what the next enemy he has to offer here. Okay, nothing really crazy. The only thing that could be dangerous in this enemy setup here is this weapon, because it has a 20% chance to devour a random enemy, and that could be devastating. Like if If it could devour my Phoenicia or my Dawnbringer, and that would hurt me quite a bit. But again, it's only a 20% chance. And it looks like we start off with a 4-match of yellow. Now let's do a red, get Ragnagord up. And let's go ahead and explode yellow. And that was very nice. I think I will connect this skull here to do a little initial damage. And unfortunately, he's got barrier, I think, on matching brown. Let's go ahead and cast Phoenicia. That got rid of most of them. Cast Suna here. And Shegra's got its skull damage, so you know that can happen. It's not a big deal though. We'll still win because they're low on health, and there we go. But yeah, one of the things probably that's the most dangerous to this team is a skull team. Like if I was going up against a Doom Skull team, there's a good chance I could lose. Alright, so this is the champion team here, and this is actually a pretty dangerous team. I might lose to this. I know I said the only thing that could probably destroy me is Skull team, but I didn't really think of the rope dart weapon. This is a really dangerous weapon. It will destroy armor, deals basically true damage, and then it pulls them to the front. So this could be really... Let's see what class he has here. Okay, so he has the Frost Mage. So that's going to kind of slow me down as well because it will freeze my troops. Yeah, so, well, also, this is kind of a skull team. I was so focused on Rope Dart that I forgot that Divine, Ishbala, and Killen here are skull troops. So, well, let's just go ahead and see how it works out. I could always get lucky. I mean, I know that I definitely have the damage to take care of them. A lot of it just depends upon how lucky I get with the gems on the board. And that doesn't help. See, that definitely doesn't help. Yep. Probably gonna lose this one because I'm getting really unlucky with all these extra turns and yeah. That's kind of what I was afraid of. But yeah, I'm going to lose this one, unfortunately. Yep. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, you know. I probably should have used a different team for that to defend against Rope Dart. So, yeah, now that we have Rope Dart there, unfortunately I'm going to have to fight this guy again. And I won't even face off against Paragon. So, you know, to maximize my points, it really would help if I centered something around the color red. But I really think what I'm going to do here is use a Rope Dart of my own. Because that's the only way that I really know how to combat Rope Dart is use a Rope Dart. So if I win this one, I won't get that many points. As many, I should say. I will still get points, but I won't get as many as I would if I used all red. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's like the extra turns are really annoying with this team. Ah, and he killed my Rope Dart. Great. Wonderful. I feel like Rope Dart is like the new Dragon's Eye. Like, seriously. It's a great weapon, but it's really annoying and overpowered. Really overpowered. So, there we go. I ended up, that's my 5 battles for the day. I ended up losing twice because that team was just had all those extra turns. I got unlucky with moves on the board. That's what it is. So, alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching me win a few and then lose. So, yeah, later.